Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back. This is episode 17 of the Novo Combo One Piece review podcast episodes. Where two stupids make a hype.
Hype. That's right.
That's right.
This one's hype. This
one's hype.
Hype.
This one's actually hype. I'm your host, Brian Caveau, and I'm joined by Harrison No. He's to my left. I'm to his right.
Hello.
Waving. And if you're new here, we both just want an excuse to talk about anything that ranges from animated comics, but also Harrison's catching up on One Piece.
Well, yeah, dude.
Oh my gosh. This is his backlog, actually.
It's
not
my
mine.
backlog, yeah. Veronica's
Yeah.
caught up.
Yeah. Some would say that this is two people, him and I, conversing.
Like Novo Combo and Juvio Combo, spot right over there in the corner.
Just magical. You can watch every episode on YouTube or listen to us as a podcast by searching Novo Combo on your podcast service of choice. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about Impel Down arc, which is chapters 525 through 549. So, oh yeah. Harrison,
for
go
those
ahead and
that-
tell them the anime.
I was gonna say for anime reviewers because I'm gonna start. I already did start on like
Nice.
the last arc before this. 422 to 425, and then 430 to 452. I guess it's 5 episodes of like filler.
Yeah. There was a couple fillers, yeah. So if you haven't watched it or read it, please go ahead and do so. Harrison's reading it, but now that he's in like the juicy stuff, he's gonna be watching it as well.
Yeah.
As usual, we just go right into spoiler stuff because if you're watching these One Piece episodes, you're either a fan, you're caught up, you're rereading it like me, or you just want to see Harrison's reaction because you know what's going on. But
Me too, though.
so prior to Impel Down, we've talked about Boa Hancock. Basically, the plan is to sneak Luffy into Impel Down because he finally had information that Ace is like a prisoner there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the whole spiel of Impel Down.
He just wants to free Ace.
Yeah, he wants to free Ace. How he got to Impel Down, Harrison. I don't know about you, but Boa Hancock is
Yep.
something else.
Yep. Top tier.
She's top tier. Probably one of the best girls in One Piece by far.
Funny.
Her love goggles are really on tight for this man, Luffy. His riz
Luffy's always
is-
proposing. I wish. Yeah.
his riz is there. She's down bad for him.
Amazing.
But isn't it funny how he's just like, oh, I'll just hide under your cape and
Literally just hold himself around her waist or wherever. Yeah, waist. And I'll be like, I'm surprised Boa is keeping it together.
and didn't faint.
Or
like
yeah.
or anything. Yeah. But yeah, I think this is like a plan that could go to hell, basically. Like get shot to hell.
Yeah.
Because Impel Down's this prison that they've explained that's like no one really breaks out of it.
No one tries to go in. That's the
No
thing.
one tries to go
go to
in.
Impel. Yeah, period.
No one has the desire to go in unless you're Luffy. But yeah, he actually made it in thanks to Hancock. Boa, she kind of like did her little magic before she had the sea prism cuffs on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's kind of like how he like escaped out because there's a lot of like cameras around basically. So yeah, there's just in this arc you get to see why it's called Impel Down because this prison is underwater.
Mm-hmm.
For anyone that like we're about to go down, that's why it's implying that he's like going down into Impel. So obviously he just like sneaks in, right?
Easy.
Goes off to his, like, you know, he's on like ceilings and walls and like he's climbing like Luffy that he is. But guess who he runs into? A good old friend
Buggy?
named Buggy.
Buggy to climb. I didn't expect. Okay. I didn't expect a lot of people to show up in this one,
Yeah,
but it makes sense.
it kind of makes sense though, right? Because they
Yeah.
got captured.
Yeah, because it kind of showed the crew, his crew, being like, "Oh, we want to go save him," or like, "Where is he?" I don't know. It was they were talking about Buggy, and then they just said, like, "Oh yeah, never mind. Let's just leave." Lol.
Yeah, his crew was like, "Oh, let's go save him," and then they were like, "Just kidding. He's an Impel. Goodbye, Toodles." Like,
We thank you for everything. Because Alvida took the ship at that point.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. She's in her little skinny version, her true version,
Her true version. Yeah.
her waifu version.
Facts.
Did you ever expect this Luffy Buggy duo to just be this hectic?
No, did not. I did not.
because they're the most unexpected duo I think to come out of Impel Down.
There's a
it's
lot of
just really-
unexpected duos in this
Yeah.
arc.
Yeah. And it's just really funny because they're both true pirates, right? And Luffy was wearing this like armband that I think Nami gave him
Mm-hmm.
or Robin, I don't know which one. One of his crew members gave it to him.
When did that happen? I actually lost track. I don't know when.
I don't remember when, but I think it just kind of like popped up on his arm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like a.
It wasn't like significant.
Yeah.
Like I think it's just kind of like,
Significant to Buggy,
popped up.
though.
but it is because it leads, this like armband really leads to Captain John's like loot, which is like pretty important to Buggy.
Mm-hmm.
So Buggy and Luffy, they're both pirates, but I think Buggy's more of like pirate than Luffy, like an actual pirate. Like I want
Like
to find loot.
backstabby, find loot.
Yeah,
Classic pirate.
I want to find loot. I want to backstab people. So it's just really funny to see like Buggy like, give me this armband and I'll take you down to level 2.
Yeah.
That was the deal. And I just find it so funny because Luffy's like, oh, because Buggy said it, and then in like he did like a little bubble, like a thinking bubble, and he's like, oh, Luffy didn't catch what I said. Great. And Luffy's like, here you go. And he goes, oh, it goes to loot. So it just kind of shows you how that Luffy like actually listens. He just likes to act dumb sometimes.
He's just selective hearing,
Yes.
but also selective when he lets us know what he heard.
Yeah. Which surprised Buggy because Buggy's like, oh shit, he actually knows. So yeah, so we're just basically climbing down to each level. Because now they're in level 2.
Mm-hmm.
You just meet more people that you've seen in past arcs.
Because now it's Mr. 3
Mr. 3.
with the wax fruit.
The wax guy.
But this is the beast one, right? The beast floor.
Yeah, this was the beast floor. I think it's just like really interesting to see how each level has its own like torture mechanisms, I guess you would say.
It's like thematic torture.
Yeah. like level 1 was just like
Basic.
they're the basic criminals, like they're
I mean,
weak.
because each level is an increase of like how powerful the criminal
How
is.
strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are too. And Buggy has escaped. He was in 3 and he went
That's
up
right.
to
Yeah,
1.
he escaped
That's how they
and he got up to 1 and saw Luffy. But yes.
Yeah, saw Luffy, yeah. So at 2, that's where Mr. 3 is, the candle guy from Alabasta,
Mm-hmm.
part of Crocodile's crew. And also these guards, the Navy, they pick up that Luffy's here.
Yeah, they're like, oh, he's infiltrated, and then they think at some point they think like Buggy and Luffy are like in cahoots.
In cahoots together. Buggy's like, I don't want to know this man.
I'm just trying to get out my guy.
I'm just trying to get. He's like, let's go back up. Luffy's like, no, I'm trying to get back down.
It's like, what?
But as that's happening, you get kind of more insight on Ace and his and Jinbei, which is kind of like his prison inmate.
Yeah.
I just needed to get your thoughts on Jinbei here.
Dude, he's the first son of the sea or ocean? Is
Yeah.
that that's one of his titles or names? A
A warlord as
warlord,
well.
yeah. Is he the first
Yeah.
warlord then, I guess? Or just one of them. I think
He's one of them. He's just
I don't
one
know
of
the
them.
order.
One of
but
the 7.
Yeah, one of the,
Yeah.
was. Because right now they called all the warlords and he said no.
Yeah, that's why he's captured.
That's why he's captured.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he wants peace.
Yeah, but he was ordered to kill Whitebeard.
Yes.
He couldn't do it.
Because this whole thing, as this is going on, there's an impending war on Whitebeard versus the Marines because Ace is set to be executed.
Yeah.
So that's also a
that's
ticking
why,
time bomb.
Yep, and that's why Luffy's there to get his brother out.
Yeah.
Basically. And obviously we're back to level 2. They have to fight lions with human heads, a sphinx.
Which those lions, aren't they from oh my god, what's the arc? Thriller Bark?
Yeah.
Because the words they said were all the stuff that pertained to what happened.
To what happened,
Or
yeah.
each of the Straw Hats.
Or they just mimic whatever they hear.
Oh, yeah.
Also.
It's just really funny.
And to get to level 3, there's a sphinx waiting for them by the staircase to get to level 3.
That was taken care of. A lot of the big obstacles were just taken care of.
Taken care of, yeah.
Very fast.
Very quickly, but I think also in Luffy fashion.
In Luffy fashion.
It's like but yeah, so now it's Mr. 3, Buggy, and Luffy. Obviously, Mr. 3 and Buggy want to go up.
Yeah.
They don't want to go
So that's
down.
the next duo.
So that's kind of the next duo, trio kind of thing. But yeah, they get into 3. We're making our way down to 3 and 4, which is basically where you get kind of get to the serious criminals. They have to be in cuffs
Yeah.
and by themselves kind of deal.
Yeah.
But they run into Bon Clay.
Bon Clay. The
Bon
boy.
Clay.
The bro.
He's such a bro. Oh my gosh. But yeah, Bon Clay's in level 4.
Yeah.
Because they fall through 3 basically.
Yeah, they didn't do anything on 3, really.
No, they just fell. Yeah. But yeah, Bon Clay wants to meet a certain someone, Iva, his icon, this drag queen icon.
Ivankov. I forget.
Ivankov. What did you think about the fight where? Oh wait, keep going.
Oh no, was Ivankov he kept saying the miracle something.
The miracle worker.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the miracle worker. Yeah. But yeah, they have to fight a basically a centaur, but it's just a play on words.
It's
A minotaur.
I mean, that's right.
It's
Okay.
crazy. Yeah, that was in 4.
That was in 4.
Yeah. I thought it was really funny because I feel like everyone's thinking bubbles right now about Luffy was hilarious during this fight. They're like, when did he get strong? How is he like this right now?
No, the crazy part is we just, as the reader, now we know he's always just been strong, but we already were. It was one of those things where I'm even I was those guys are thinking how I thought 200 chapters ago.
200 chapters.
I think
ago?
it was
Yeah.
Ennis Lobby.
Mhm.
Because we're wait, he's always been this strong. He just doesn't show it. Hold
Yeah.
on. The fuck.
Yeah. And I think it's interesting because the power ups or power levels here, I think is really consistent and it's not stagnant to where you're oh, you're not thinking about Luffy's next power up, really.
Yeah.
Because like the way these like thinking bubbles are with other characters, it's just like, oh, he's like this strong.
It's just solidifying like he's this strong.
Yeah, he's this strong. So obviously the jailer beast, they beat them. Duh.
Yeah.
It took a few chapters, but while that was happening, there's this little tad bit fight that was happening in the New World. I don't know. I hope you caught it. But it was Shanks versus Kaido.
Yeah.
It had this
Happening.
little bubble.
It was really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kaido's so they're dropping a lot of stuff. They're like they kind of already did, but it was like, okay, there's the 4 emperors, but they're like acting now in a sense.
Yeah, the 4 emperors in the New World.
Yeah.
You're getting a lot of like, oh, the 7 warlords, celestial dragons. You're just getting a lot of info. Right
Yeah.
now.
Or it's like now we've heard about each part, but now it's like coming together.
Yeah. Now it's coming together. Yeah. And yeah, so now, level 4, another side character, Mr. One,
Also pops up.
also pops
So
up.
essentially most of the Baroque guys or the strong ones are here.
Are here, yeah.
Yeah.
In the low level or
Yeah.
high levels, I should say. I need your thoughts on Warden. The Warden, the Venom Devil Fruit guy. And if
Magellan?
if you've heard him or seen him animated yet.
No, not yet.
You're not yet? Okay.
Not yet.
What do you think about that fight?
So it was so just to start off, like the under warden, the other guy, like the pharaoh looking dude, he's always talking mad shit about Magellan. He's like, I'm strong, blah blah blah. But then like finally this fight, because he always they always like downplay him. But then I was like, well, there's a reason he's a warden, right? And
No, there is, yeah.
Oh man.
But remember, he has diarrhea issues all the time.
Because he always eats poison stuff though. That's why. Or
yeah, he's a venom
or
guy.
and everything he touches become poison. I can't remember also.
Yeah.
With the
yeah,
food,
yeah.
I couldn't remember how that worked. But no, that fight was insane. This has been a thing for this arc, but is at the time I was like, I'm just gonna read bit by bit. This is one of those.
By.
So just to let you know, this is one of those times. Like my wife, again, she loves One Piece, and she was about to do like other stuff while we relax on our vacation, but ended up just sitting next to me, watching me read down this whole section. Or she would read like parts to like catch up and just make sure I didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
But and at this fight, I was just like, this is crazy. Oh my god, this would kill people, no problem. But then Luffy. Ooh.
I know. He actually
almost
got defeated, actually. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He got beat straight up. That's right.
Yeah. He got beat straight up. But Bon Clay, my guy is a bro. He went back for his friend. Unlike Buggy and Mr. 3.
Yeah, they just left.
Who ran away. They were like, peace out.
Yeah, it was like a quad. The squad was 4, and then they just split up into 2 duos again. So
yeah. Well, I mean, this warden's so strong, and he has a venom devil fruit.
Yeah.
Like, if you touch that, like, you get poisoned and like burned. And there's like an antidote, right, to like cure it. But obviously,
I mean, at some points, even Magellan was like, "Oh, y'all are, like, there's other soldiers," and they were like, "Wait, we're still in range," and then they get hit. He's like, "I told you to back up."
Yeah. But yeah, Bon Clay, I think he was the GOAT at this part, trying to like get Luffy to safety.
Yeah, because he's covered in poison completely.
Yeah. And yeah, so Bon Clay's in search of Iva.
The miracle worker.
Ivankov.
To hopefully help Luffy.
Yeah. To help Luffy. So, he asked prisoners. He's like, I think they were in 5. He asked prisoners at level 5 now. He asked prisoners. He's like, where can I go? Where can I find him? And they're always like, oh yeah, go past the trees. You'll find him.
Because he was missing at this point.
Yeah. But basically he was missing. And as like Bon Clay was like going into the forest, there are like wolves who are like basically the beasts of that area. And like these prisoners, they're like, oh yeah, he's just gonna get eaten.
Yeah.
But no, he does not. Because they do get saved. And there's a level in between 5 and 6. Because level 5.5 does exist. That's where all the disappearing prisoners,
yeah,
inmates, they stay because Ivankov is just like, listen, we can't escape, but we'll make our own world.
Nukama.
You know? Yeah. Yeah. Basically. Which I thought was pretty cool because the
Yeah.
Navy's like, oh, these people have been missing for years. I think like 11
dead.
years.
'Cause
They're
here-
like dead.
Because here they have like this, like the beast or like any like obstacles or something, right? That
Yeah.
they could like get.
They could be eaten.
It could be eaten. It could just be killed.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
Inmates could kill each other.
Yeah.
So Ivankov is like missing. So they just
Yeah.
assumed.
And Inazuma, who's this like character basically
Yeah.
that's with Yvonne. He rescues Luffy and Bon Clay. Bon Clay wakes up. He's like, what the hell's my friend? What's going on? And we get to find out that what does Ivankov have?
The King of Queens. I mean,
No. The drag queens are here.
the drag queen.
He basically has this the
horn fruit. The
horn
horn fruit.
fruit. Oh my gosh. The way that he can just manipulate hormones is great. Because this really aligns with Bon Clay.
Yes, it does. That's why Bon Clay was searching for him, and I was like, ah.
And I find it great that like transgender characters are here. Like,
Dude, it's so.
isn't it
the more I
just
read One
crazy?
Piece, I was like telling my wife, I'm like, dude, Oda's really progressive. Like,
he is very progressive.
considering how early, I was like thinking when this probably dropped manga wise. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, this is progressive as hell.
Oh yeah. But it's just his fruit, it also decreases lifespans.
Yes.
Because he was trying to help Luffy and fix Luffy because Luffy's so like damaged, right?
Yeah, he's essentially about to die.
He's about to die. Yeah. So like Luffy's kind of like in this like isolated right now, trying to get better with the help of Ivankov's like devil fruit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's supposed to take a couple of days.
Yeah, because so the whole thing is Ace already got taken off. So in the meantime, Ace was already transported off,
Yeah.
which I was like,
Because
dang.
they had 3 hours
Dude,
left.
That's the other thing. This arc kept me going because there was like so much like timing because they have a countdown to Ace's execution, right?
Yeah,
Going on.
they sure did.
When he's supposed to go, and I'm like, this is why I kept going because I was so on edge because I was like, the suspense is insane. This is so, it's done so well, and it just keeps going, and I'm like, dang. But this was like the first like time where I was like, oh yeah, Ace is off, and Luffy has to recover. Oh, obviously he's gonna go faster because I've
Yeah.
shonen.
And Luffy's recovery
It's like 3 days.
is supposed to
something?
be like 2 or 3 days. But then Ace's execution is in 3 hours. And he's in level 5.5.
Or wait, hold on. He saw 2 days of treatment, and okay, yeah, it's like 24
Yeah.
hours. Yeah, timing's weird.
Obviously, that's not going to work.
No,
Because Ace is in level 6. He's basically half a level away from Ace right now, but he's trying to recover. Here's the thing about Luffy. He obviously recovers, right?
yeah,
He's talking to like Ivankov and like Bon Clay, and they do this like flashback. Luffy doesn't care about himself.
no,
He's just like, save him. Go ahead and save him first. That's just the type of guy Luffy is. But also when Luffy's like thinking clearly, but like he has a big mouth, he accidentally told Ivankov who his dad is.
And lo and behold,
They work together.
they were just coworkers, you know? Being in
Just
the
coworkers.
rebellion.
Yeah. Being in the
Ivankov was
Revolutionary Army.
essentially Dragon's right hand, right?
Yeah. They've known each other for a while.
So then that's why Ivankov was like, oh yeah, I'll help Dragon's son.
I'll help this boy.
The connections are insane.
Yeah.
This is the part where I was like, one of the parts where I like looked over to my wife. I'm like, is there like some kind of infograph with a timeline, like a slider, just to show like when people were like with each other? Because
I know.
This is getting
That's
insane.
crazy. No, and then but Luffy said it so casually. He's like, "Oh yeah, here's my dad. Like this is my dad."
I'm gonna go see.
I think
brother.
Ivankov like grazed over it for a second, and he just came back. He's like, "What?
Hold up.
Hold up." I just need you to watch Ivankov because it's so funny. It's so good. It's great.
I need to watch.
He's great.
The King of Queens. I love it.
The King of Queens.
Title. It's just like I'm like yes. Beautiful.
Beautiful. But yeah, level 6 does exist. That's where Ace is, Jinbei. As Luffy is like recovering quicker than usual, as he should. Boa made it to level 6.
In the meantime.
Yeah, in the meantime. Boa made it to level 6.
End.
And she's talking to Ace like a good old friend that she is. And Ace finds out Luffy's trying to get him.
And he's just like, no, why?
I know. It's crazy. But I'm happy that Boa got out of there on time.
Mm-hmm.
She got out. But because she's like one of the warlords.
Yeah, so
right?
she's heading to meet up with the rest of the warlords, essentially.
Yeah.
Worried about her mans, though.
She wants to get engaged. She wants to get married. She wants to do... But yeah, we find out who... Oh my god, who else is in level 6? There's too many people.
At this point,
Crocodile!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's an Alabasta reunion, let's be real.
It really, really is. And they break out Crocodile and Jinbei, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And now, they just have to fight their way back up. They made it down. Great. Couldn't get Ace. But now they have to fight their way back up.
They have to go back up because they just find out, oh, he's not here. Now we gotta leave and catch up.
There is so much chaos though.
Dude,
going back up.
When you look at this though, it is wild to see just Luffy's the rookie, right? And you see him going with the 2 previous warlords and stacked group just to get out.
I know.
Cool. It's insane.
And it's just I don't know what it is. It's Luffy's charm. He just pulls people in. And it's crazy how Mr. 3 and Buggy and Bon Clay, they were all subconsciously helping him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm Luffy has this pull and it's insane. I think they kind of alluded in the last one with the whole the shout. I don't know if that has any play in it. That's why I'm not sure. I have no idea.
I think they do a better explanation in the next arc.
Yeah, okay.
With Luffy. But yeah, he just pulls people. And I feel going back up was the most chaotic.
It was.
Reading
wise. It was.
Because it's just
because it was chaotic because it was Luffy, Crocodile, and Jinbei and Bon Clay up here, or at 4, right?
Yeah.
And then
the Warden and Navy, they're
on one
at the top. Yeah.
But then they had an info. They showed a picture of where everyone was.
Yeah.
Because then Buggy and Mr. 3 were at 2. So they're like trying to,
fighting their way up.
yeah.
Oh man. But Blackbeard,
Came out
he came
out of nowhere. He's just like,
out of nowhere. He's a new warlord. He came to Impel Down.
against orders
Yeah.
because he left. He wasn't supposed to
Yeah.
leave.
No, he was not. There's a particular person that was in level 6 that he took out. And it's ironic.
Because he fought all the people up top. No, because
Yeah.
they released the guy on level 6, right?
Yes, they did.
Because to help
Shiryu. Yeah.
Shiryu, yeah.
Shiryu.
Because he was the previous warden,
warden.
chief warden.
And isn't it ironic they had to lock him up?
Because he was so bloodlusty. He was like, oh, let me just kill all these guys. Because he's
Kill
also
all
good with
these
the sword.
guys.
So I wonder who he's going to fight at the end. That's weird. Anyway.
Yeah, that's weird. But yeah, Blackbeard was looking for him, the former warden.
Was he looking or was he just... I thought he was here to find Luffy. Or no?
No,
No? Okay.
no.
Or I guess maybe to take... Or... Okay, yeah. Well, I guess it was kind of... Well, again, this part I just kind of read because I was like,
You
this is
just
insane.
sped red.
Well, I read, but I was like, this is just ongoing. Like, it's blurry. Yeah, I just thought he was here. I thought he came here because he heard Luffy's causing a ruckus. And it's taking the chance to just save whatever prisoner. Take on any prisoner.
I don't think so.
Oh,
I think
okay.
he was here. He had a plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he did hear the ruckus, and he was like, "Oh, it's Luffy, right?" But I don't think he was here solely just for Luffy.
Yeah, not solely. Taking advantage. I think that's what it was.
Oh yeah. But yeah, it's just so much chaos. They obviously all make it to level 1 again. And it's just like, how are they going to leave this island with no boats? Because the Navy left.
Yeah, they all
their
thought,
boats.
right? The entire time they do, it was like, oh yeah, everyone's gonna be upside. They're all like, oh yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of navies outside. They're gonna be all
Yeah.
these ships. We'll just take one. Nothing.
There's nothing here.
Well, they're not right there. They're like further out, if anything.
Yeah. But it's just like, oh. And then Jinbei's like, oh yeah, just hop on here and I'll just,
Hop on this like
Take-
raft and I'll take y'all there
yeah.
to one.
To what? Yeah.
Because he took like Buggy and Crocodile, right?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Later down, Buggy's like, I didn't realize these were warlords. I'm like, wait, I thought he knew that they were warlords.
Well, he's been in prison. So they don't get news.
Well, I thought he knew that. He even mentions, oh, if I stick with these guys, I should get out no problem because they're warlords. And then at the end, he like always, it's like it was like a
Forgot.
rush, and he just really like he put together.
I think the
Wait,
adrenaline was
I
like,
think that's what it was, right?
hitting
Okay,
him.
because he was like, oh wait, these are warlords,
he's like,
because they
bugging
called him
out.
weak. Because Crocodile's
Yeah.
like, oh, you're so weak.
Oh my gosh. But let's just talk about Bon Clay. Please. Because they do escape. Miraculously.
Yes,
Luffy does escape.
but
But who had to sacrifice himself?
because he had to impersonate Magellan,
yeah.
which threw me off. I was like, wait, Magellan's here, but he's over here. Oh my god, it's Bon Clay.
Listen, Bon Clay
The bro.
sacrificed himself so Luffy can escape and save Ace. And I think that panel with Magellan versus Bon Clay at the end, that's so iconic in this arc.
It's so sad.
It's so sad. And I think like
So the whole thing,
Bon
because he
Clay-
told who did he tell to not? I think he told Jinbei not to tell, right? To not tell Luffy
yeah,
that he's doing it.
until the very end. And I think it's just great because Bon Clay's like, he's my friend.
It's like why?
And,
Yeah,
like-
it's like why are you doing this?
Yeah.
I'm doing this for
Yeah.
my friend. I was like, oh, beautiful.
It's beautiful. But this was just a crazy arc.
I was gonna say we skipped a couple things just because so much was happening.
No, it was just
Like for
too
instance,
much was happening.
they faked a lot of deaths. Like for instance, Ivankov and forgot the name of the other one, Inazuma. They both got poisoned too
They did.
at one point because they were trying to help Luffy escape. I think that's what
And
it
they were
was. To help.
protecting him.
They're trying to help prevent or let Jinbei and Crocodile go up with them too.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Ivankov was with them as well. That's what it was. So they took it on, but Ivankov, one of my favorite characters from this arc, because the head would just pop out of nowhere and it's just huge.
Did you like his wink? Do you like his
the
wink?
death wink is beautiful. I love it so much.
Do you? Okay. There was like one guard that was like a woman, and she was like an absolute.
I was gonna say it was
masochist.
and Ivankov used the horn fruit and flipped her, because that's the other thing. I always mess this up because my wife was trying to explain this. In this form, we call it's she or is it he?
So in his like regular form,
Yeah.
it's a he.
It's he? Okay.
But then he
'Cause he can also
flip
switch-
genders.
Yeah, he can flip to
Yeah.
his female form.
Yeah.
I just couldn't remember
He was fine.
because he's in drag, so that's why I don't know if we like.
Yeah, he's in drag.
Yeah. I just don't know if we
Yeah,
say
yeah.
she still or not, but
Yeah.
but yeah, flip the gender, and I was like, dude, that's messed up. He could just do it on whoever he chooses, and it's
Yeah,
just
he
like
chooses.
I was like,
I know, and he was like fighting that masochist like guard, and
and she got upset because she became a he. She
Yeah.
became a dude, and the transformation was really like quick. If you didn't notice,
oh, it was.
but you notice
yeah.
like the shoulders got broader and everything. I was like, oh, dang.
Ivankov's the goat as well.
Can we also talk about Buggy's rise to godhood?
I was just gonna ask that next. I was like, well, how do you feel about Buggy and his
Because they revealed like his backstory, right? Like his brother, quote unquote brotherly relationship with Shanks.
Yeah.
So then
yeah.
not just that, he was on Goldie Rogers' ship.
Yep.
That reveal was insane. Like I knew,
Crazy.
because I remember. Oh yeah, Shanks said he was on Goldie Rogers. I just didn't. Then it's been so long, I forgot. I was like, oh wait, yeah, Shanks. Buggy was also on the same ship, which means he was also. Oh my god, he was also on Goldie Rogers' ship.
There's a lot of connections here. But yeah, Buggy's road to God levels.
The amount of
It
followers
was really
kept
up there.
every time they twisted like the thing. They're like, oh, or every time they hear something, he's like, oh, he is so cool. Oh, he is amazing. Oh my god. Every convict was like just glorifying him, and I was like, this is the
Glorifying him.
unexpected rise. I did not expect this. This is not something I even thought what could happen. Because Buggy
And I love
was kind
how
of like a
Buggy's-
joke back then. I mean,
Oh,
he was
yeah.
scary, but
definitely.
then he became a joke. But
Yeah.
now he's a joke, but like, oh my god, what?
What's going yeah no and it's really funny because every time he has all these like inmates that are like praising him, he's like, let's go,
Let's do
escape
it. Like
let's do it.
he gets an ego boost, and he's like, yes, we can do this.
But also like he was like following Luffy's orders as well subconsciously.
Yeah.
They were escaping and Buggy's like, we gotta go now, but Luffy's like, no,
And then he's
we're
like, what?
heading this way.
And they keep going.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, you're getting into like the juicy stuff.
Yeah.
I think Impel was like the Impel Down was definitely the start of that.
Yeah. Because at one point, I think the connections is kind of wild because they revealed a lot, right?
Oh, definitely.
They just revealed more connections on who, like Ivankov, Buggy, and all that. But even Luffy mentioning Rayleigh,
Yeah.
too,
Yeah.
and Buggy was like, even like, oh yeah, how is he doing? I was like, yeah, because he would know him too.
Who he is.
Oh
yeah.
my god, this is so cool.
No, it's definitely cool. But yeah, it was a lot. Would suggest reading
Still
it.
counting
just
down.
Follow up.
Still counting
yeah,
down
the
to Ace's
countdown.
execution. Is
Oh my gosh. It's crazy. But we're heading into a really good arc. A really sad one, but a really good one. Harrison, do you have any other thoughts about Impel Down?
It's a wild ride going up and down.
So basically, short way of saying it, Luffy went into Impel Down, infiltrated it,
and left
and escaped.
Like he literally did, because isn't it like a triangle or that three?
It's a big triangle.
It's like in his lobby.
Yeah.
You're never able to like mess with it. Luffy did. Impel Down. No one gets in it or out, or no one gets in and comes out. He did.
He did.
And now we're going to the headquarters.
The headquarters. Luffy's a little menace. That's all.
Luffy's a menace.
He's a menace. But yeah, it's a wild ride. Harrison, I hope you are buckled in for the next few arcs. For the rest of time.
It's going to be a lot.
It's going to be a lot. But thanks for tuning in. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, X, Threads, and Facebook at Novo Convo and GOVO Convo. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Comment down below what we missed in Impel Down, because there's just too much to even want to talk about.
Yeah.
Leave a comment what your favorite characters were, interactions, duos.
Because there's so much.
There's so much. But yeah, let us know how we're doing. What do you want to see next? Where Harrison's One Piece journey continues on. And we'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.